Hello, everyone, and welcome to the most prominent podcast for your New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax 34 content. It's Chris's Chaos. I am your host, Chris Cortez. We are here only on ChannelCortez33, and this review is for night 19, the finals of G1 Climax 34. And it was a good final. It was definitely a great final. It was lively. It was tactful. It was methodical, just like you'd see it at you would come to expect from a Sabre match. But at the same time, it was action packed. A lot of powerhouse moves from Yota, Tsuji, and it was a good one. It was fun. It wasn't like crazy wild. We've seen some wild, bangers, but it was a banger, and it was still just a very well-paced match. Didn't look like they were going too crazy or, not crazy enough. There were moments when they were slow to start or pausing, resetting. That happened. But it was a great match, and we'll definitely get into it. It's 19th night. It took place August 18th, 2024. Ryōgoku Kokugikan in Sumida, Tokyo. This place is so packed. Just about 8,000 people packed. The arena was so lively, so amped. And Sabre pointed out that he wouldn't want to win the G1 Climax anywhere else but at this place. And so he did. He is the new G1 Climax winner, G1 Climax 34 champion. And he is going to Tokyo Dome. But before that, he will be heading to a pay-per-view that was promoted by New Japan earlier in the card. Royal Quest 4, going to be held in London. It's going to be in October. I'm definitely going to be looking forward to that one. He'll be challenging for the strong title, King of Pro Wrestling title. We'll see what happens. That currently is around the waist of Great Khan, who's also mixed up with the IWGP champion Tetsuya Naito. Lot to say, lot to cover today. We are going to get into it. There were 8 matches on this card tonight, and everybody wanted to give something to the audience on their way out of the G1 Climax series. And it showed very well, and the crowd very much thanked everybody for it. So we're going to get into each and every match. I'm going to provide maybe a couple images of some of each match, and some images throughout the event, but mostly focus in on that finals. I took several images to show you of the finals, and we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it right now. First match, Ryusuke Taguchi and Satoshi Kojima and Hiroyoshi Tenzan versus Shoma Kato and Tiger Mask, as well as Yuji Nagata. Okay? This was a fun match. Taguchi, by the way, Taguchi, he's 45 years old. Tenzan and Kojima are 53 years old, still going strong. Tiger Mask, number 4, Yoshihiro Yamazaki is also 53 years old. I had to look it up because they're definitely looking like they are on their way out of their careers, but they're still going. They're putting on a great starting match, great show for the crowd. They're into it. You got chops from Kojima. They're fun to watch. About 100 chops and a big smile on his face. You can tell he's loving it. We get some boos from Filthy Tenzan for stopping Nagata from doing his signature moves, activity. Kato tagged in, shows off with Taguchi some nice running, leaping strikes, hip toss, pin attempt, Boston Crab applied, drags him in the middle. Tenzan double chop strikes to break the hold. Nice suplex by Tenzan. Taguchi knee drops Kato and applies the Boston Crab in the center. Tiger Mask into break the hold with kicks, a butt strike from Taguchi. Shots from Shoma, flying funky weapon from Taguchi. Kojima Nagata outside. And in the ring, Taguchi ankle lock after a sliding drop kick to Kato, or Shoma Kato, drops the elbow back to the ankle lock. Really sick. Makes Kato tap. And this ended at 8 minutes and 13 seconds. Not bad. Great starting match. Second match, singles match. Wasn't expecting a singles match on the card, but we get one. Taichi, who should have been, or more likely would have been, in the G1 Climax, if not for a rib injury, according to Chris Charlton. By Bolton Oleg, that might have been a work, or might have been a real injury. I mean, I don't think they wanted to keep him out. So, yeah. Taichi comes into the ring. He's singing so eloquently, with such passion. Like Elvis meets Phantom of the Opera. He's like a Doc Neil Diamond. It's from Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I was thinking about the one line that Paul Rudd gives when talking about that crazy surfer ex-boyfriend of the main female protagonist. The best line ever. Funniest line ever. Always makes me laugh when I think about it. He says, I once saw him beat up a dude with a starfish. Out of nowhere. And the image of that always gets me. So, anywho, fan favorite is Taichi. Mostly in control of the match. Vicious half Boston Crabs. Puts the knee on the head. So more like a half lion tamer. Murashima makes it to the ropes for the break. Nice drop kick to stop Taichi's opera of assault. Nice body slam though. Almost gets him into a submission. Does Murashima. Taichi gets the rope, stomps from Murashima. Reverse whip to the corner, but Murashima with a leaping shoulder tackle and a pin attempt. He's up and he's raging. Almost a German suplex. Taichi elbows. Elbow from Murashima. Hard thrust kick from Taichi. Schoolboy side suplex. Countered into a small package from Murashima. Really going for it. He wants it. Axe bomber from Taichi. Just a near fall. So we get a kick. Nice thrust kick. The kick from Taichi, then he hits that dangerous backdrop. Looks sick. Pinfall at 7 minutes and 21 seconds. So nice attempt by Murashima, but it's good to have Taichi back. A third match. The Mighty Don't Kneels. Mikey Nichols and Robbie Eagles versus Francesco Akira and the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita. It's looking more and more like Takeshita may very well join United Empire at some point. Because he seems to be tagging with them. I would like to see if he would join Chaos, but big question. A lot of people would tell you Chaos is over, but I don't know. We'll see. Chris Charlton points out Don Callis, a.k.a. Cyrus the Virus, if he was to let go, Takeshita would be promotional malpractice. And yes, anybody who lets go of Takeshita, whether it be Don Callis or Tony Khan, would be considered malpractice. It would be the worst of mistakes because this guy's got way too much talent. But if he goes, he goes. It would be a win for the New Japan Pro Wrestling audience. Mikey, Nichols, and Konosuke Takeshita start this off. Mikey looking good against the Alpha, but Takeshita still has that bum knee, of course. So, yeah, he's at a handicap. Some shoving between the two. Some shots and a hard shot from Nichols to send Alpha down. Tag to Akira. And in comes Robbie Eagles with the oi, oi, oi chants. Big smile on Robbie. Akira's chants come into play, too. Over the top from Robbie. We get this one big pop, big move, big spot. Sniper of the Skies is Robbie Eagles. He hits this over the top. He hits through, through the middle rope. He hits the suicide dive, essentially. Over the top suicide dive through the middle rope. It's amazing to see. He lands on Takeshita, but also goes over the barricades. This is pretty impressive. Back in the ring, we get Robbie in control of Francesco Akira. Mikey Nichols tagged in. Kick and sliding lariat near fall. Nice drop kick from Akira to get the space needed for the tag. And the Alpha with a leaping lariat launches Robbie to the mat. Thunderbomb on Mikey Nichols blocked. Get a DDT from Nichols. High tag to Robbie and Akira. Get a plancha after the hurricane in the ring. An Insecurity connects. This is all from Francesco Akira. Cross body into a pin attempt. Robbie Eagles with a sweep pin attempt. Nichols comes in. Death Valley drop kick. You get a world-class shot from Takeshita after the save. Blue Thunderbomb on Eagles. You get Speed Fire from Eagles and a pin attempt. Nichols saves. Sorry, it was a pin attempt. It was Speed Fire, I guess, was attempted. But either way, we get a pin attempt from Takeshita and Nichols saves. Nichols drops Akira. Straight south. Eagles pulls the trigger. Gets the win at 9 minutes and 32 seconds. It's actually kind of hot in here because it's nice outside We're going to be definitely heading to the Wine Fest after this. It's like 70 right now in Wiesbaden. It's perfect. So, but it was a fun little match. Robbie Eagles looking incredible. Nichols looked good. Kira's looking good too. Everyone's looking good in this match. Takeshita really kind of says goodbye to the audience because you could tell he's not going to be here for a while. He's going back to AEW. I'm going to have to watch Dynamite on Wednesday to see if they give him some flowers. If he comes back on Wednesday. We'll see. Bullet Club. We get the fourth match. Bullet Club. Taiji Ishimori, Clark Connors, Drillo Maloney versus the Just Five Guys. Taka Michinoku, Sonata, and Doki. Get some nice chain wrestling. Nice takedown from Doki. And Ishimori, he counters to an arm drag takedown. Some pin attempts. We get Maloney powers through Sonata, but not for long. Paradise Lock, Sonata. Taka gets shoulder tackled by Connors. Taka Michinoku gets a lot of damage in this match. Get some nice elbows from Connors. Bullet Club, they just totally isolate Taka Michinoku. Ishimori dodges the attack in the corner, but still cannot get a tag thanks to the War Dogs. Face lock Taka and head scissors on Maloney. Get a suicida from Doki. Nice super kick from Taka Michinoku. Get a near fall. Drop kicks out of nowhere. Doki gets drop kick. Ishimori delivers the bloody cross to Taka Michinoku for the pin victory at 9 minutes and 1 second. I'm going to get through these next couple matches pretty quickly because we really want to focus in on that final. But 9 minutes and 1 second, not bad. Really curious as to what's going to happen with the Just Five Guys, particularly Sonata and Doki. What's going to happen between Doki and Ishimori? I don't know. It's coming, though. Ishimori, more and more looking like he's a key member in the War Dogs. And he'll be, even though he doesn't really rep the War Dogs, he's been barking. He's been barking. And him with the junior heavyweight title would be a good, thing. And I'm sure Finlay would nod for the sake of the Bullet Club. You get the fifth match, Bishamon, Hiroki Goto, and Yoshihashi versus Tomoaki Honma. And Tomoaki Honma, and they take on the Bullet Club War Dogs, Gabe Kidd, Jake Lee, and David Finlay. So big thing here is Bishamon back together. You get a shove to Goto by Finlay. They're going to be fighting, but it's interesting how this one ended. We'll talk about it. Get some nice shoulder tackles, hip tosses from Goto. Bishamon on Finlay. Jake Lee in the ring. He gets triple pounded by Lee, on the back of Jake Lee by the Bishamon and Honma. Out of nowhere, Irish curse on Yoshihashi. Lee in the ring in control of Hashi. Tag to Kid who chops Hashi. Goto tagged in to take out the Bullet Club. Heel kick and back suplex by Goto to Kid. We get the lariats. Both are down from a double clothesline. Lee in the ring with Honma. High angle suplex by Lee. Back suplex and pin attempt broken by Hashi. Lee can't get the choke slam. Honma with the flying headbutt. Slugfest between Hashi and Finlay. This is definitely the story here. Double team from Bishamon. You get into oblivion by Finlay, but only a near fall on Hashi. Powerbomb is countered. Then you get a crucifix pin by Hashi on Finlay at 9 minutes and 37 seconds. That's right. Yoshihashi pins Finlay. He's going to get a match against Finlay for the global title. It's very much going to happen. At one point, he is holding the global championship. Is Yoshihashi, and Finlay, enraged, grabs it from him. Lets him know, hey, you want this, you're going to have to go through me. So there's a story for you. Should be interesting. And Yoshihashi looking very good. Very good. It's good to have him back. Sixth match, House of Torture. Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Sho, Yujiro Takahashi, Ren Narita, and your boy Evil versus El Phantasmo, Shota Umino, Oleg, Bolton Oleg, and Bebop Tag Team, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Toru Yano. Very curious to see if ELP turns. He does not. That's the big takeaway from this. He has a big conflict within him, but he hugs it out with Jado and attacks House of Torture. It was pretty interesting to watch, but I was really hoping he would turn. I really wanted to see it. Hey, it's never too late. He's even given a House of Torture t-shirt at one point, and he's just questioning. He's holding on to it like, I don't know. He even rolls outside. You got Shota Umino fighting, trying to have a match here, and ELP is outside just like putting his head down, having like a a bout of depression going on right in the middle of this ring. It's ridiculous. Get attacked to Bolton Oleg. He takes out Oleg. At one point, they get Yano, and he's getting his butt kicked. And then Oleg comes in, takes out the House of Torture. You get a gut wrench on Narita. Yujiro, though, he gets in to make some work of Bolton Oleg. You get with some double teaming with that Evil. Tag to Tanahashi. And he hits the sling blade on Evil. Body slam, that front roll drop from the top. Referee, he's taken out. ELP in. Kicks Dick Togo. But then there's a low blow to Tanahashi, and he thinks that ELP did it. Togo, out of nowhere, hammers down on Tanahashi from the top. You get a pin attempt, or a pinfall from Evil. And ELP sitting there, does not help. At that point, like, I'm thinking he's got to be turning. But there's a big struggle. Evil gives ELP a chair to attack Tanahashi with. He says, do it. And Jado comes in. He's giving him the heart symbol. He's like, no, love. And ELP, he's getting some chants from the crowd. ELP, he hugs it out with Jado and then attacks the House of Torture. He gets beat up along with Jado and Tanahashi and Umino. All of them, they're all getting their butts kicked by House of Torture. And yeah, that's it. But this match went about 8 minutes and 43 seconds officially. Lord knows it was a lot longer than that with all the entertainment going on. And who knows, maybe ELP will join the HOT. Then we got the 7th match, okay? This is LIJ with Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Shingo Takagi, and Tetsuya Naito. Great group of guys of the LIJ. My favorite group, and this shows. Versus United Empire. Cal Newman, Great Khan, Hanari, Jeff Cobb. Again, very good combination of guys. Excellent. These two factions are probably the top factions in New Japan right now, with alongside, obviously, the War Dogs. Hanari almost, of course, well, we can't say that because the Mighty Neil are pretty much living high right now with that win of the G1. So can't say that either. But definitely two of the most popular factions in pro wrestling, LIJ and United Empire. Hanari almost applies the full Nelson on Takahashi. And by the way, I woke up thinking this card was going to be at 10. Turned out, started at 8. So I went back and forth a little bit. I started with this match, watched the final, then went back and watched everything else. And really got into it when he was like almost applying the full Nelson on Takahashi until Bushi comes in for the save. Newman on Bushi. In comes Shingo. You get Cobb with the spin cycle. This match gets a little crazy. Hanari hits a lariat, rugby punk, near fall. And you get a running high knee in the corner. Hiromu able to turn Hanari over for the pinfall victory at 11 minutes and 40 seconds. This was a big one, is that Takahashi pins Hanari with an interesting pinfall. Kind of like a roll-up. Takahashi technically earns a shot at the Never Openweight Championship. It'll be very interesting to see if he wins that title. And then basically, essentially takes it over to the smaller weight divisions. But Never Openweight is kind of always been more of a larger man's division. We get a stare down from Naito and Great Khan. Another big story here. You think everything's cool, but no, you get a spit and a hot shot from Naito after Khan gets back up and starts flexing his King of Pro Wrestling title. Naito's not happy with that. So LIJ comes out on top with this one. It was fun to watch. Very much looking forward to seeing Naito and Khan in the ring. And there you have it. We now are going to get into the G1 Climax 34 Finals match. Yota Tsuji versus Zack Sabre Jr. Before I get into it, please make sure to hit the like or subscribe button. Put some comments in. Tell me what you think of G1 Climax, what you thought of it all overall. Do you think that Sabre was the right guy to win? I definitely have to agree at this point. I was okay with it. Sabre, Sonata, Yota Tsuji was definitely a possibility, and Finley. These guys, I did not expect Great Khan to go as far as he did, and I'm cool with it. It was great. It's very, very, very cool that they supported him like that. So tell me in the comments section what you think, and let me know. And also, go back, watch some of my reviews, put a lot of effort into it. There's quite a little bit of an evolution. I saw my last video got It's already at over 1,000 views with over 100 likes. That's the type of things I want to see. Let's keep that going. Let's get some engagement going. Let's get this channel where it needs to be. Finals match, Tsuji versus Sabre. We get some cool music entrance for Masahiro Chono. Apparently, he could not come out to his original music because there's certain rights to it. Wow, can't make that one up. We get the first and most. He's the first G1 winner, and he has the most G1 wins. So this guy is a legend, clearly. I thought the music was actually pretty cool, by the way. Get a cool promotional package video of everything leading up to this finals match with Zack Sabre surviving all odds, including the dick sand. After all these years of being a bridesmaid, he can finally be the bride, says Chris Charlton. Not the best analogy, Chris Charlton, but I get it. We get it. Maybe so much as being, always the groomsman, never the groom, or finally being the groom. Anywho, I guess it doesn't have that much effect as the bridesmaid and now the bride. Okay, many of TMDK is present. Quite the Yota chants. This place is packed. Like, let me stress that at this point, it's just you could feel the energy of the crowd, and they're chanting a lot for Yota. You get Sabre chants, you get Zack chants. People love Zack Sabre Jr., but Yota was also clearly supported here. They feel each other out, okay, throughout the beginning of this match. Very clean breaks. You just know without question they're going to have clean breaks. They're just going to pace themselves here. Get a little bit of chain wrestling. They lock up. Sabre takes the arm. Yota to take. Eventually, he makes a counter. Sabre still able to control the arm. They break away. This is going to be a story of the arm, of always going back to the arm. And just when you think it wasn't going to happen, it happens. This is a very methodical match. Very great storytelling in the ring. But more than ever, they are cautious to start. More than ever, you're getting Yota chance. Get a cravat on Yota. Sabre to the ropes. Big shoulder tackle by Yota. Lift Sabre up and another hard shoulder tackle. 1 count, pin attempt, that's it. Chops from Yota. Big overhand chop sends Sabre down. Pin attempt just at 2. Headlock applied on Sabre. Then some elbows to the trapezius. You get a suplex blocked and countered to the snapping of the arm by Sabre. Sabre now manipulating the arm and stomps on the arm. Another stomp on the arm of Yota. Back to the arm and an arm twisted out. It's like I've said arm over like 5-6 times. This guy mentioned he's attacking the arm. Forearms from Yota. Body scissors by Sabre while working the arm. Suplex by Yota Tsuji. Gut wrench by Yota. Nice. And the suicide dive. Slam Sabre's head on the apron. Yota rams Sabre along the barricade and back in the ring. Get that big gut shot by Yota. This is going to play a factor. He is quick to hit the gut anytime he does it, and it looks cool. Body slam, splash, pin attempt. Get the body scissors applied on Sabre, who tries to grab the foot, but he's going to have to be a little more clever. Rolls to the rope for the break, smart. A knee to the torso of Sabre. Sabre up in a rage, but right back to the gut buster. So Tsuji is in control. Sabre able to apply the Cobra Twist, but a hip toss by Tsuji. Take down Sabre into the neck screw. Forearm shot to Tsuji, but Sabre able to apply the Cobra Twist. Tsuji powers out into an Alabama slam. 15 minutes have passed. You get the lariat from Tsuji. Not too powerful though, because the arm's getting beaten up. Yes. Another hammer to the chest. Then they collide. Kick from Tsuji and takes him down with a lariat. Both up. You get the Falcon Arrow, okay, from Yota. Pin attempt, then the stomp from Tsuji. Both are in some pain, okay? Yota's standing, Sabre sitting in the corner. Yota with the foot to Sabre and the knees. Sabre on his back, perhaps playing possum is what I'm thinking. And I think he was. Another knee. Yota sets up Sabre up top. Forearm for good measure. And Yota drops him. Yota gets dropped onto the rope, and then Sabre snaps the arm on the rope, on the top rope. From the flying top, from the top, we get Sabre. Not often goes up top. He hits this flying knee right to the arm of Yota. Excellently executed. Get some kicks to the arm of Yota. And then, right into the armbar. Quick rope break. Yoda's not playing around. He's not going to chance this. Goes right to the rope. Got uppercut forearm. A kick by Sabre. Kick to Yota's chest and another kick caught and high knee from Tsuji. Backbreaker down, stomp, combination from Yota. Tsuji goes for Marlowe. He misses it. We get a victory roll from Sabre. Almost 3. German suplex by Sabre, but then right up, Gene Blaster from Yota. Neither can make a cover. They're both down, so they both slowly get back up, and we get a reset. They start things up really clean. They exchange some strikes. Forearm shot sends Sabre down. Sabre back up, but still a little out of it. Uppercuts from uppercut forearm puts Yota on one knee. Several uppercuts from Sabre, but a hard gut shot to Sabre sends him down. Yota Tsuji delivers 17 crosses. Apparently this name comes from his high school football team. That's a pretty cool football team name, or, I guess name for a high school. Very interesting. 17 crosses. Stomp from Yota. Marlowe, crash connects, near fall. Gene Blaster attempt, and Sabre catches the arm into an armbar again. Yota able to lift Sabre and drops him. High knee, running high knee connects. We get another near fall. Longest, then they say that this, the commentators point out, this is the longest Tsuji match up to date. Okay? Which makes sense. I mean, Sabre's going to pace himself anyways. So that's fine. No big surprises here. It's the G1 finals match, so you knew he was going to go into it. And he hasn't had too many big event matches. He has. He's had matches against Sonata. He's had matches against, Naito. He's won the New Japan Cup. But this was definitely his most important match to date. So, in his early career. Slap Sabre, big headbutt from Yota. Hits Avalanche, 17 crosses. Very nice by Yota Tsuji. And you get a near fall. Yota's hyped. He deadbolt. Goes for the deadbolt like he did yesterday. Gets countered. And again, Sabre's attacking the arm. Strikes, lariats. A Zack's driver from Yota, though, out of nowhere. A spear, again, gets into the clutches of Sabre. He catches it. Able to apply the armbar. It's beautiful. Beautiful. He ties him up like we've never seen before. Gets that submission for the victory. This one went 31 minutes and 4 seconds. Perfect timing, perfect pacing, excellent match. If you think it was boring because it was methodically paced, you're out of your mind. It was very well paced, methodical, and still grabbed my attention the whole way. And the commentators point out the strongest of the summer is Sabre. So excellent. He gets on the mic. He says it. Zack Sabre won, I think, in Japanese. He thanks everyone that supported him and everything. He says, I effing did it. Right on the mic. He mentions January 4th is a long way. Too long, he says. Be good to have a match here. He wants a match right here. So he's going to wrestle for the King of the Pro Wrestling title, apparently, is what he wants in Ryōgoku. And that's what he wants. So we'll see. There's a lot going on with Sabre leading up to Tokyo Dome. He wants to bring some gold back to Europe before Tokyo Dome and after Tokyo Dome, right? He gets to the backstage because he says he couldn't have done it without Mike and Shane. That's Mikey Nichols and Shane Hayes, of course. After they leave, he says, 8 years. Wasn't sure I was as good as I hoped I was. He said this was my last chance to properly achieve this. I made purchases of a magazine of New Japan videos, and that's when, legal videos, no bootleg stuff, is what he says. And he watched, that's how he got into New Japan. Ever since then, this was his main goal. Okay? This is the peak of his career. G1 is step 1. Step 3 is Tokyo Dome. And he thinks it's boring to wait for that. So he's going to go after that King of Pro Wrestling title. He says, 20 years of my career, 8 years of New Japan. This is my favorite building to wrestle in, by the way. I'm going for a title. And he says, first defense of the IWGP title will be, or of a title will be Royal Quest 4 in England. He's all over the place. And at one point, I thought he was talking about the IWGP title and already going after it. I was like, you can't do that. I was like, this ain't Money in the Bank. You're going to cash in your title early? No. Praises Hammerlock, his wrestling school, and John Ryan. He just gets into it, talking about nurturing his love and how no reason a skinny kid like myself could have achieved what I did without their help. He's saying I'm challenging in this beautiful, bloody arena. He answers a few questions here and there, and that's about it. She clearly loves the arena, and with him walking around the arena with all those people just supporting him and loving him, it was quite a sight to see. This guy has a connection with the audience like I haven't seen in a very long time, especially in Japan. Okay, so that is your New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax 34 Finals Review. Guys, it's been great. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun covering the G1 Climax. There were times when I was a little bit behind and had to catch up. That was tough, but I was able to get back. I'm going to be editing the hell out of this this video, adding some images, making sure it's tight. But either way, I had a blast. We got through it, guys. We got through it. We got through all the way. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. MF and 18 and 19. If you know that joke, you know it. Either way, guys, I will see you all next time. Next week will be All In, and I will be doing a review of that with my boy Jonathan at Bad Guy Wrestling. Please hit that like or subscribe button. Join me at ChannelCortez33 on Instagram and or Twitter. And I'll see you later. Take care.